we are watching the trial. I won't even lie to you. No word of a lie. I'm pretty sure this nigga's about to get freed. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm pretty sure this nigga's about to get freed.
To time served concurrent with count 1. Count 61, 5 years to serve. That is required to be also a consecutive sentence, so that's going to be run consecutively to count 56 and backloaded.
Wait, what does that mean? So backloaded right after?
To serve, also required to be served consecutively. That's going to be consecutive to count 61.
Americans are peak, bro. They don't care.
Essentially, the total sentence is 40 years to serve the first 5 years in prison, but commuted to the time that you have already served, followed by 15 years on probation, followed then by the backloaded 20 years, which can be served in custody and will be served in custody if you are not successful on your probation. If you are successful in completing your 15 years probation, that will be commuted to time served. You are to remain on reporting status.
Wait,
for
what?
The
They
first
said
half
I heard
of
60.
Your probation, active reporting
What do you mean 5
for
years?
the first 7.5 years of your probation, and that is pursuant to OCGA 17-10-1, subsection 2. I'm sorry, A2A. And Mr. Steele and
Moms,
Mr.
I heard
Adams,
50.
in order
I heard
to
50, you man.
keep him on
I
reporting
didn't hear 5.
status, there needs to be good cause shown.
I didn't hear 5.
We all concede that good cause is shown here?
Stipulate.
All right, I appreciate that.
No, they said 40, then
Special
after your 40, you got 20.
Probation.
What good cause? What do you mean?
Can I have a second, Your Honor?
Sure.
Let the judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. You had enough time to talk with your attorneys?
Yes.
Okay. All right, special conditions of your probation. After 48 hours from your release, you are to stay away from the metro Atlanta area.
He's out!
And that's defined by the
He's
U.S.
out!
Census Bureau. It may change.
Wait, what?
But you can look that up anytime to figure out what that is. For the first 10 years of your probation, subject to the following exceptions, you are permitted to be in the metro Atlanta area to attend any wedding, funeral, or graduation from high school, college, or graduate school of any of your immediate family members. And immediate family members is defined the same way that you all were contemplating it when you were negotiating.
He was out in 48 hours.
You can get here up to 24 hours prior to any such event, and you need to leave within 48 hours after any such event. In addition, during each year of your probation, I'm going to require that you come to the metro Atlanta area and make a live anti-gang and anti-gun violence presentation 4 times a year, each year of your probation. At
that's
a grade
calm, bro. That's
school,
calm.
a
That's
middle
calm.
school, a
That's
boys
calm.
or girls club,
That's calm.
anything
That's
like
calm.
that type of group. And if you want to, that presentation can include a benefit concert, and these presentations may count towards your required community service hours, which I'm going to impose, that during each year of your probation, you perform 100 hours of community service. You are, and this is required by the fact that there's a gang conviction. You shall not knowingly have contact of any kind or character with any other member or associate of any
niggas,
criminal street gang.
He's good off that. Fuck them niggas.
Exception to that, if your brother is a member of any street gang, I hope you talk him into getting out of it. Quantavious Greer, and then also Sergio Kitchens, as long as you are contractually obligated to him.
How long is the probation? I don't know.
That is
I'm
going to
lost.
include anybody who is named in this indictment, except as absolutely necessary to conduct the lawful business of your musical career, and to any extent that the state is not agreeing to the exception for Mr. Kitchens. In the event that that part is not enforceable because it is only a portion of a special condition, going to provide that that be severable from the rest of this, and I'll put some case sites in the Senate sheet for that.
I think he's out.
You are in no way to promote any criminal street gang or any criminal street gang activity, including on any social media platform. You are not to utilize any hand signs, terminology, or
Yeah, if I'm
language
him, I'm a
that
saint.
promotes any
I will be a
criminal
saint.
street gang.
Fuck
You are
that.
not to participate in any criminal street gang activity. You
So
are
is he
not
out
to
or no?
knowingly
I actually don't
engage
know.
in
They're
any
saying
contact
60
with
years and they're saying
any of
he's
the
out in
victims that are
48
listed
hours.
in this indictment
I'm
or
lost.
with any of their
I need a lawyer.
family members. And you may not have in your possession or with arm's reach any kind of a firearm because you're going to be a convicted felon. And that is, except I know that you have security and you need security. You can be within arm's reach of a firearm that is in the possession of either licensed law enforcement or licensed security personnel that are in your security detail or anybody that you're performing with.
Got to serve time first.
You are to submit to random
Okay.
drug screens
Okay.
and not use any drugs
How much
unless they are
time?
prescribed for you by a licensed physician. You are to execute a Fourth Amendment waiver that will permit the search of your person, residence,
damn,
vehicles,
how
and
much
electronics for any firearms, any criminal street gang paraphernalia, or any illicit drugs.
How much rules, bro?
And
Damn.
as I mentioned with regard to one of
No weed.
the
Ah,
first of
I
your
can't do that one.
co-defendants from this trial,
can't
at
do
least
that
since
one.
I've been involved, to plead
Shit.
guilty. Our
They say
Uniform
so.
Superior Court rules instruct and provide that it is absolutely proper for a judge to grant leniency in sentencing when, quote, the interest of the public in the effective administration of criminal justice are served, unquote. And I think that this plea is in the interest of the public and in the interest of effective administration of justice.
Being
have
a
been
judge must
trying
be a
to
headache,
ensure that
for real.
to the
I can,
extent
bro,
I
that's
can,
so,
this trial
that's so long.
also abides by that.
Better not even sneeze wrong.
It's been
Bro,
challenging
that's so
at
strict,
certain
bro. They got
times.
so much rules he's got to do.
I
Still, fuck
find
it
your
though. It's
plea
better
to
than being
be
in jail.
freely, knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily entered with an understanding of the consequences, and I accept it
I'll
as
still take that.
such. I also need to inform you that your attorneys were going to represent you through either the last day of this term of court or 30 days from now, whichever is later, and any of the filings that were mentioned that
He's
need to
free.
be filed within that time.
How many
they would
years?
file
I heard
on your
60,
behalf
but the
unless
guys are
they
saying he's out
permitted
in
to
48
withdraw
hours.
from representing you before that time. I am not going to impose the conditions suggested by your counsel about the benefit concerts and the donations to the sheriff's office, but I certainly strongly encourage you to do those things.
Got to donate to the police
And
officer. You've got to bribe them
do
niggas.
and continue to do things that benefit your
I'll be damned.
community and especially help young people to stay out of criminal trouble. And unless there is anything from counsel other than that,
I have one matter, Your Honor.
okay, and does the state as well?
Your Honor, with regards to Mr. Williams being permitted to come to the Metro Atlanta area
Yes.
or Cleveland Avenue area for funeral or the other items,
Right.
can you also consider, God forbid, there's a serious medical condition of a person that
In
is,
his immediate family, certainly, we can add that. And I also meant to mention, because I know you do travel
Sounds like he's getting free.
all over in order to
Yo, I can't lie. Throw your
pursue
life
your
savings to
career,
this lawyer.
that it's permissible
Better
for
give him
your
everything in our
probation
bank.
to be transferred to out of state, and that has to be done through probation, but
This lawyer
that
is about
fine
to
with
get
the court.
10 times more the
And,
clients.
you may also keep your, nobody's mentioned it, but keep your passport and travel out of state and internationally to the extent that you need to do that for
I just
business
took her to the
purposes.
movies, I ain't even bar tickets. I can't leave without my pole, you niggas know I got my bitch.
All right,
I just heard the life
Mr.
again, but I
Bryant.
don't care cause I'm a risk it. Catch a rap cat nigga and we shoot it, it's a bitch.
Not for the follow you, man.
Urge the court, due to the fact that the Thomases have been negatively.
Bro, stop trying to prosecute the nigga, bro. Let the young nigga go.
What has been discussed by
Wow.
both parties here today, to make a brief statement as she believes that they fall within the exception or within the bounds of Marcy's law. If the court would allow, I understand the court made a a ruling earlier as it relates to that, but she wants
All right, thank you. And I appreciate, well, I cannot even begin to understand what they must, anybody must be going through when they lose a family member to violence
I've never
or
been more
criminal
confused.
violence. Mr. Williams himself has expressed his own sorrow.
Can't even shit
to the
without letting them
family.
know.
I, again, am going to stand by my belief that the appropriate time to hear a victim impact statement from them is at the close of the trial that contains the murder count with regard to their family member.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Okay, court is adjourned. Good luck to you. And I'm going to have there better be no violations, but if there are any, you're coming back to see me.
Oh my God.
All right.
There's no
Thank you, Your
fucking
Honor.
way he's
There you go.
freed. There's no fucking way he done it.